Unfortunately, it is that time of the year again. That time of the year where we look at Manchester United and ask ourselves, what's next? Manchester United have a serious problem. I think that it is being downplayed. There are of course fans who never liked Ole and always wanted him to fail. With the bad performances now, even the people that were pro Ole are losing faith, and the rival fans are loving it, with things like Ole in trending everywhere. But I think that the problem with Ole is a little bit more serious than just a run of bad results. Welcome to the JVM Football channel, where you can find game analysis, football history, individual performances, top 10s, etc. If you are interested and would like to see more football content like this, please subscribe to the channel. Today I'll be going over Ole's time at Manchester United, what the Norwegian manager and club legend has done well, and what he has done wrong. Time is running out for Ole, and I believe that this is the end of the line. Before we start talking about all of the things that Ole has done wrong so far at United, let's instead first look at the things that Ole has done well. It is very easy to criticize someone and to point the finger when things are going well. So let's first appreciate everything that this man has done for the club. First of all, Ole has brought back that feel-good factor to Old Trafford. In just his first game, Manchester United beat Cardiff 5-1. The first time the Red Devils scored 5 goals or more since the Sir Alex era. Sure, Cardiff weren't that good, but that feel-good factor was definitely there. Let's also not forget about that night in Paris when United came back to beat PSG. That performance has to be one of the greatest in Champions League history, and Ole was the man pulling the strings. Just as recently as last season, United put 9 past Southampton. These are only moments, I know. In fact, this has been one of Ole's biggest criticisms, how he turned United into Moments FC, but that is part of what football is, moments. Without these moments, then it really is just 11 people chasing after a ball. These moments are what make this game so special, the beautiful game. All this man management has also been exceptional. Part of the criticism of his predecessors was how they lost the dressing room too quickly, how the players did not want to fight for them anymore. Ole changed that. Under Ole, the players just looked like they wanted to fight for him. His management of Lukaku and how he was able to sell him to Inter without too much fuss, and then even under all the doubts and criticism, he got the best out of Rashford, Martial and Greenwood in a season where they all managed to score 20 goals or more. All this management of players like Luke Shaw, David De Gea, Paul Pogba, Mason Greenwood has been exceptional, and these players have all come alive under him. Ole has delivered on his promise to improve the squad, partially by getting rid of the deadwood. This has been one of the biggest problems at United for such a long time. I remember one of the first players he sold was Fellaini, which forced United to play some much better football instead of the typical physical and boring football we had seen under Mourinho. The fact that United have not won a title under Ole is of course worrying, but let's not forget how Ole turned United into a much more consistent team. Constantly finishing in the semi-final spot, going to the finals, finishing third in the league in a season where there were doubts over the firepower up front, finishing second last season after a disappointing summer transfer window. No titles, and United are all about titles, so this is quite worrying, but he has done his best to get the team in those places. Finally, Ole always seems to come out on top during the big games, whether against Guardiola, Mourinho, Tuchel, Pochettino, Klopp, Bielsa, Ancelotti, Nagelsmann, etc. That is why I think that calling Ole a PE teacher is uncalled for. You can't be a PE teacher when you have beaten some of the best managers in football history time and time again. Last season as well, when there were talks about Pochettino coming in, Ole got his game together and did not lose an away game for 29 matches, beating Arsenal's Premier League record. This is one of Ole's greatest characteristics and something that he will be hopefully remembered for. His ability to come out on top when the pressure was increased. Now that we have given the man his flowers, it is time to talk about the things that he has done wrong. And first on my list, the main reason why I think it is time up for Ole is his stubbornness. Ole has shown time and time again that he's reluctant to change. There's this thing inside of him which prompts him to want to prove people wrong by doing it his way. Continually playing McFred is just scratching the surface. The semi-final against Chelsea when he could have played Romero, and De Gea was in bad form is another example. The way he has banned out both Rashford and Bruno, mainly Rashford, causing him to get injuries that could have been easily avoided. Not giving Van de Beek time for whatever reason when he has shown he is good enough to start games. These things that I can't get my head around, and I'm sure other Manchester United fans won't be as well. It's sad really, because Ole has shown that he can do it even when the pressure is on, but for whatever reason, there are things that he will stick to wholeheartedly even when it does not work. McFred is the perfect example. Any football fan can look at what McTominay and Fred do together and instantly tell that this is not the right way to play football. There are videos on YouTube showing Fred's awful positioning and decision making, yet Ole still plays them and vouches for them. Don't you see what we see? Do you not have a team of expert sports scientists advising you? Next up is the fact that Manchester United haven't won anything under Ole, and this will follow him. Manchester United are the greatest football club in England, one of the best in the world, and the main reason why is because United have always won titles. I mean, that is what the greats do, they win. How can we continue to call Manchester United a great club if they are not winning titles? This is the main problem with Ole. I now have to debunk one of my previous points about how Ole has made this team more consistent by saying that none of it matters. It does not matter whether you make it to a final or not. If you are not winning titles, what's the point of getting there in the first place? The next thing which I think Ole has gotten really wrong is his treatment of Donny van de Beek. For the most part, Ole's man management has been outstanding. Ole has brought the best out of his players when they were struggling. There are many examples in the squad, but look no further than Luke Shaw. Why then has he treated Van de Beek the way he has? What was the point of signing Van de Beek if you were just going to treat him like this? Ole turned one of the most promising young players in Europe into a bench warmer, and that's just poor on his part. Ole also looks like a man without a plan. The football alone and the changes in formation are bad enough, but the signings also don't make sense. Part of those signings were not up to him, but I bring up the example of Donny van de Beek. What was the plan then? There does not seem like there is an extra step, a vision per se, and that is why Ole's time is up. Enough is enough. I think that Ole has taken United as far as he could. Has he done a good job? Has he given his all to the club and players? I believe so, and that is why Man United fans can look back at this Ole era as a fun time where they grew immensely. Unfortunately, I don't see Ole taking United up to the next level. Managers like Conte, Erik ten Hag or Zidane are much better, more experienced, and have proven that they can do it. Thank you very much for watching the video until the end. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more game analysis, football history, individual performances, top 10s, etc. This is the beginning of something special, and it would mean the world to me if you subscribed and help me to grow this channel.